Welcome to our presentation of an innovative approach to detect and expose hardware security issues in microelectronic systems. Hi, I'm Marianne Scudder, Director of Product Management at Amida Technology Solutions. Amida designs and builds advanced software solutions based on our expertise in microelectronic design, semiconductor test, cybersecurity, national security, and artificial intelligence. The work we're describing here is based on an SBIR co-led by Dr. Peter L. Levin and Alfred L. Crouch. Peter was presidentially appointed CTO at the Department of Veteran Affairs. He's an internationally known expert in high-performance computing and computer modeling. Al, our Director of Hardware Engineering, is the chip-level cybersecurity expert who spearheads the development of our technology. Our team is deeply experienced and uniquely qualified to meet the cybersecurity challenges in custom microelectronic components, also referred to as CMCs. CMCs include field programmable gate arrays, FPGAs, application-specific integrated circuits, ASICs, and other microelectronic devices. In-Q-Tel's Chief Information Security Officer, Dan Geer, has said that, quote, "The United States' ability to project power depends on information technology, and as such, cybersecurity is the paramount national security risk," unquote. Nowhere is this more pertinent and relevant than the design, manufacture, and production deployment of advanced microelectronic chips. The global supply chain for complex control systems presents an imminent threat to our nation's security, threats not just to software, but to the semiconductor components themselves. Our adversaries have the capabilities to reverse engineer and manipulate the commercially available CMC products ubiquitous throughout the technology ecosystem. In short, our nation's cybersecurity infrastructure can be manipulated, infected, and compromised. Amida's goal is to ensure that our nation's electronic infrastructure is protected from malicious inclusion or external manipulation. This work is based on our decades of experience in semiconductor test. For most of the history of the semiconductor industry, any functional deviation was assumed accidental, either a design escape or a manufacturing flaw. Our team focused on the question, how do you know the device you get is the device you requested? Today, we know that our adversaries are not just compromising our application and network software. Their reach extends deep into our nation's microelectronic supply chain. The problem is you simply cannot know all the things that could go wrong or all the corner cases that must be tested if you're looking backwards, which is what most approaches do. Amida has developed a patented, forward-looking, prospective approach that will substantially improve the security of the microelectronic infrastructure that our nation requires. In order to protect and secure semiconductor devices, new CMCs and CMC-based systems must be evaluated and hardened before they are manufactured and deployed. We call this process Design for Security and Trust, or DFST. Once deployed, CMCs and their host systems must be monitored for anomalous activity, which we make possible by leveraging compact security instruments we can insert prior to fabrication. Our mission is to anticipate, identify, and mitigate cyber attacks on silicon devices. We help critical system designers characterize risks and threats, as well as empower end users with a new level of insight into their system's cyber health. Our tools and technologies allow for previously unattainable cybersecurity and safety outcomes. Amida has built an end-to-end security methodology that covers the entire device lifecycle. Our design vulnerability analysis tool is available today. It reads in the chip design and performs a risk analysis. It answers the question, what could happen and where could it happen? Our design vulnerability analysis software identifies risks and weaknesses present in hardware design source code, leverages a novel influence graph representation that models how device elements interact with one another, generates a vulnerability report that informs the device designer of potential problem areas that need to be hardened. Insights gained from this analysis already provide critical decision-making data for security-focused enhancements and cyber instrument insertion. Our upcoming attack characterization product will automate security remediation actions by conducting instrument feasibility investigations, training recognition models, and suggesting potential mitigation strategies. This future product has been proven in prototype and is in development. Our tools allow administrators and users to evaluate their devices for previously undetectable hardware adversarial attacks, mitigating the loss of life, the risk of bodily injury, the risk to mission outcomes, degraded operational effectiveness, and irreversible harm to information security. Amida's approach to hardware cybersecurity will help ensure mission objectives, information privacy, and safety for our nation. Under the auspices of our Navy SBIR, we developed an entire prototype designed for security and trust flow that allowed us to evaluate a mock naval control system and study the effect of hardware-level cyber attacks against it. Our current effort is to productize the methods and technologies developed during our SBIR work for new semiconductor devices. We have our first commercially available tool, the vulnerability analysis product, that can ingest commercial cores and explore and report design vulnerabilities. In contrast to conventional tools, Amida can pull security solutions through the complete design to implementation value chain. Based on our hardware design analysis tool, which is available today, our approach enables on-chip, real-time, in-system anomaly, and intrusion detection, utilizing Amida's compact surveillance instruments to drive our advanced AI data analysis. Using our patented technology, developed with support from the Department of the Navy, we can expose and reveal CMC vulnerabilities that are hidden from current verification approaches. We are able to pinpoint the kinds of inclusions and intrusions that may occur and recommend compact surveillance instruments that can be automatically embedded inside the device. This empowers designers to engage in ethical hacking activities, deliberately emulating targeted hardware attacks and ensuring that worrisome deviations can be identified, isolated, quarantined, and mitigated should they occur post-deployment. The design team may then elect to include some or all hardening and remediation into the final device. This is what we mean by pull-through. The same tool and software suite can analyze the design, predict hardware attacks, insert identified instruments, collect real-time operational data, and monitor the chip in the field. To our knowledge, these are entirely unique and highly differentiated capabilities. Our tool can be applied at several points in the CMC design flow. Currently, we are able to read in the design before it is committed to production, therefore exposing vulnerable elements. We can predict where an adversary might attack and what problems they might cause. Designers can use that knowledge to embed compact instruments that will become the source of training data to detect, identify, and diagnose intrusions. This attack intelligence can then be shared with trusted entities in the supply chain. This proactively enables designers, providers, and users the ability to avoid potential security incidents by integrating on-chip mitigations. Our customers can use these insights to reduce an adversary's ability to exploit the CMC. Because a supply chain is vulnerable to malfeasance, this tool has a remarkably broad reach inside the semiconductor supply chain. Any group involved in the design, IP integration, device fabrication, manufacturing, test, distribution, and in-field mission operations will benefit from this capability. Although bringing production onshore will help with the physical access to the silicon wafers, it only addresses the geography of the problem. At Amida, we address the geometry. Our key point of differentiation is that we can anticipate where problems will occur and help you prepare for them. Our vulnerability analysis tool is available today. We also know how to protect the device with real-time monitoring and disseminate risk information in a useful and actionable way. We integrate seamlessly with incumbent flows and are applicable to ASICs, FPGAs, third-party IP, and embedded software integrators. We recently completed our Phase 2 SBIR and continue to receive active support from our TPOC and sponsoring organization. We would like to thank the STP for accepting us into their competitive program. We are now actively seeking Phase 3 support from national security customers. Additionally, we are engaged with several commercial design houses, ranging from multi-billion-dollar domestic companies to several startups who are vendors to the U.S. government. Anyone who designs, builds, or sells a chip, or anyone that relies on FPGAs is a potential partner. Thank you for allowing us to present our novel and innovative approach to securing the microelectronics ecosystem. We appreciate the opportunity to meet with potential partners, decision makers, experts, and users who are working to mitigate the risk posed by cyber attack to their microelectronic systems. Please reach out to us for a demonstration of our semiconductor design evaluation tool aimed to help engineers cyber harden their devices against attacks. Feel free to forward this information to any other individual or organization who may benefit from our technology. We can be reached via our website or contacted directly using the addresses provided. Thank you.